the host of Latinos for Trump. I am Latino, as you could see, or as you probably already guessed. I mean, a lot of Latinos don't look Hispanic, don't look Latino anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yep, I was born and raised in the Dominican Republic. I came here to the United States, right to New Jersey, right from like the poorest part of the Dominican Republic. In 1993, going into it was December 1993, going into 1994, right into the richest part of New Jersey. Well, one of the richest parts of New Jersey, Montville, New Jersey, and it was definitely a culture shock because it wasn't very multicultural. It is now. It is pretty mixed now, but back in the day, in those times, no. So it was definitely a culture shock, and it was great. Me and my siblings, we learned English in about 8 months just watching TV. There wasn't really like an ESL program in our school. Shout out to Memorial Elementary School, Fieldstone Middle School, and Pascal Kills High School, which were the best schools ever. They accommodated us a lot. And then eventually, as time passed and a lot more cultures came along, but it was those years I was there. I think I was in Moffat for like 20 years, and it was the best 20 years of my life. No, I wouldn't say 20. I would say on and off, I guess like 15, because I'm 39. So but yeah, and I lived 2 years in Texas, in Fort Hood, Texas. I was stationed there 2 years, and we were stationed there also with during my first marriage. I was my husband's on here. You're so cute. But yeah, during my first marriage, I was stationed in Fort Hood, Texas, 2 years, and then 2 years in Hawaii, and then back to the States in New Jersey for a little bit, and then eventually met my husband, who's on here, my beautiful, handsome husband, Eddie. And then he's from Philly. He's actually from North Philly. So then we moved here to the Philadelphia area 6 years ago. So here I am, and I became Christian in 2012, which is the biggest part of this session, this live session right now, is just me introducing myself to you as the host of Latinos for Trump. And also, hi everybody. Well, there's a lot of you now. But I just wanted to, to introduce myself, and I know that I've been posting videos and stuff like that. You guys really didn't know me like that. But I wanted to let you know how it is, because I grew up Democrat. So I wanted to let you know the transition as to how I became a Republican, and I've always been culturally conservative because my mom raised me and my family Catholic. Like, I grew up Catholic my whole life, and it wasn't until I was I 27? I think, yeah, it wasn't until I was 27 that the super of my building had invited me to a Bible study, and I was going through a divorce at the time, and I was a single mom. She invited me to a Bible study, and I went. The Bible study was about water baptism, and I raised my hand. Like, they asked who wanted to pray a sinner's prayer, to start a new a new relationship with Jesus. And I really didn't know what they were talking about, but I raised my hand and I prayed, and that was all she wrote. I became Christian in 2012. I voted for Obama twice, and I'll tell you in a little bit why I'm telling you that. Voted for Obama twice, 2008, 2012, and then it wasn't until 2016, the 2016 election, that I started to look up how a Christian should vote, because I really didn't know. I kept on voting Democrat, you know, and that's fine, because really sometimes it doesn't even matter what the party is, Democrat or Republican. It really is, what I found that night was, how does a Christian vote? A Christian votes with whatever policies, whatever candidate has the policies that aligns the most with God's word. So that's how I decided that, like, how I like came up to a conclusion that night that I was Republican, I was conservative. So I switched over, and it coincidentally, it just so happened that it was, Trump. And I think it's like God, in a way, is using Trump for something that's way bigger than him, you know? Not that I think, but that I know, because it just happened to be the way that the election was going, and the policies that Trump had, and the way that he was just relaying his message to us, that I was like, whoa, because I didn't want to vote for Hillary, because the left, the Democrats had started slowly in the past like 20 years. They've slowly started to go really, really, really left. And first of all, like, me being Christian, I was like, what is going on? Like, and I definitely didn't want to keep voting for someone that had policies to legalize marijuana or any kind of crazy drugs. Abortion was crazy, and so those weren't my beliefs anymore. Those aren't things that I had supported anymore. So that's why my beliefs changed, and my everything changed, really. So 2016 election was really special. That was a really, really special election. And I don't know if you guys wanted to introduce yourselves here, as I am introducing myself to you. But like tomorrow, the reason why I'm doing this live is because tomorrow I'm like nervous, but I'm like, I have no other choice but to just leave it in God's hands. But tomorrow is such an important day. It's election day. And I don't know if you guys have all voted. Did you guys vote already? And did you guys do early voting, or are you guys voting tomorrow live? Hopefully you guys are already registered to vote. But yeah, tomorrow is just a really, really, really important election for everyone. I think it's for both sides. For both sides, it's a very, 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 very important day. So I'm hoping that you guys will go out and vote tomorrow if you guys haven't already voted. You could write vote here in the comment section. Write vote if you already voted. And then if you haven't voted yet, you could put I'm voting tomorrow. But yeah. Who voted already? So yeah, in 2016, that was the first time that I ever voted Republican. Proudly. I think my husband, Eddie, is voting tomorrow. Are you voting tomorrow, Eddie? He's so cute. But yeah, so I'm voting tomorrow. Me and my husband were getting up, during the whole morning thing, dropping the kids off in the bus stops at school and everything. And in the midst of all that, we're going early. We're gonna go. We vote here at the firehouse close to us, so we're gonna go and vote early, and then keep on going with our day. So a lot of people, the person at the toll, I love going through the tolls every day. And so the girl at the toll, she told me she already sent her ballot in the mail, so she's ready. But yeah. Did you guys vote already? Who voted? I'm hoping that my friend Sarah's here. I sent her a link. So I'm hoping. Sarah, are you here? I know my husband's here. But yeah, tomorrow is, oh my goodness. Everybody's nervous for both sides. I mean, it is what it is, That's why I like the United States. I like it that we have a democracy. I like it that At one point, the Republicans are going to win. At one point, the Democrats are going to win. I would vote Democrat if the Republican candidate goes off the rail, and 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 then the Democrat is more aligned with my Christian beliefs, my biblical beliefs, like, you know. So it's really all about the policies. At the end of the day, guys, it's really all about the policies. What policies is it that, like, what policies are important to you, and which candidate has the policies that align most with your beliefs? That's all that it's about. I think on the Republican side, Trump has done a really, really good job at relaying a message to us and at connecting with us. Trump has done a really, really good job. No matter how the media wants to paint him, no matter how much they want to troll on him or make fun of him or lie about him, or no matter how much the media wants to paint him as a monster, you know, he has done a really good job. Like, we're not idiots. We're not robots. So we're not, the majority of us, 80% of us, are not going to, there's 20% that are sheep and they'll just believe whatever they see because they don't do their own research. But 80% humanity, us human beings, we were created by God, and we were created really, really smart, really, really intelligent, and we have really good common sense. So we know a lie a mile away. So it's just like, we're not going to believe what it is that they're trying to tell us. You know, I'm from the Dominican Republic. You look at me, I hate it when I go to the polls when I'm about to go vote, and all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of Democrats following me around, just thinking that just because I'm from the Dominican Republic, or just because I'm Hispanic or minority, you see that I'm minority, like, or that I'm not white, actually. But when you see me, you all of a sudden assume that I'm Democrat. You assume who I'm voting for, and that's not right. You can't put a person that looks like me in a box, okay? Because we're human beings. So we're not just going to believe whatever it is that you want us to believe. You know, we do our own research, and we like who we like. And we love Trump. We really love Trump. Why? Because he is honest. And yes, he doesn't have the best personality. He's not perfect. He's a human being. There are a lot of people that I work with, or that I live around with, or in my family, that are just not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect because I'm like a stinking crybaby. I cry about almost everything. I'm like way too sensitive. So it's just like, watch out. Like, you say something and I'm gonna cry, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault. So anyway, I'm not perfect. Trump is not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But the most important thing about him are the policies, his policies, and the fact that he was already president for 4 years. And he already showed us what he was going to do. Like, he already showed us what he can do as president. And I'm going to tell you, kudos to him for being a non-political figure his whole life. He was just this real estate person, this actor guy, this troll. Like, he's just funny. You know, he's really funny. But anyway, kudos to him for this whole time. He was never a politician. And all of a sudden, he threw himself in there. He had a great team behind him, too. There's a couple of people that he had to, like, you know, get just put aside because they were just not doing what they were supposed to do. But he learned he learned who to work with, who to not work with, who to listen to, who to not listen to. There were a couple mistakes that he made because he wasn't a politician. He didn't know these people going in, especially during COVID, and he was listening to the wrong, like, to Fauci, and Fauci was really, like, you know, lying at the end of the day. But the team, essentially the team that he worked with throughout his whole 4 years, was great for the most part. And they helped him to really do a great job with the economy, with the policies, with everything, and following through. on a lot of the things that obviously he wasn't able to do everything. But that's what a second term is for. We were hoping that he would do that second term in 2020 so that, he could finish the things that he wasn't able to do. Obviously, you can't move mountains in a day, And when it comes to a presidency, you can't fulfill all the policies or all the promises that you made in only 4 years. So I'm glad that here in our country we get 2 terms. We get 4 years in one term, and then we could vote the president back in for another term, for 2 terms, so that they could do everything, absolutely everything that they wanted to do in 8 years. So that is what we're hoping for tomorrow, that Trump has a landslide of a victory and is able to do everything that he wanted to do and everything that we want him to do, which is, school of choice, and to do better when it comes to calming down the whole abortion thing. We don't want these babies being killed, and he's going the safe route and just leaving it to the states. That's better than doing a whole national thing, and there's a whole bunch of things that we need. There's the wall, immigration. Overall, Trump just connected with us. Kamala, on the other hand, was just telling everybody everything that she thought they wanted to hear. That's really not what we want to hear. There's a small percentage of people that she's speaking to, and she doesn't know that. So it looks bigger. They're making it look bigger than it really is when it comes to the hype about Kamala. First of all, she's an incumbent, and second of all, she just was thrown at everybody's face like an arranged marriage. And we don't like arranged marriages. We like choosing who we want to marry, So the Democrats were like, I feel bad for them because they were like, they didn't get to choose their candidate. Nobody chose her the first time around. And you really think that they're going to choose her the second time around? No, they chose her for them. And so I feel bad, that's an arranged marriage and it's going to go terribly. And I really hope that they don't cheat. I mean, I want this election to be as fair as possible. I want for Trump to win. We are hoping and praying in Jesus' name that Trump wins with a landslide, the biggest landslide ever in the history of the United States. So, and that is my whole spiel, guys. I know that I've been talking for almost 18 minutes now. Officially 18 minutes now. So, I just want you guys to remember to vote tomorrow if you guys haven't voted yet. Thank you so much for joining me in this live. Leave a comment, subscribe, leave a comment if you want any kind of other videos. I know it's late in the game now because, election day is tomorrow, but this page is called Latinos for Trump, but really it should be called Trump supporters or something, because I want us to unite. I want us Trump supporters to have each other and to unite and to be here for one another, because when we go to our workplaces, oh my goodness, do we get attacked in our families, at church, in our workplaces, everywhere we go. It's like, that's like the taboo thing to do or to say is that you love Trump. You know what I mean? So anyway, I love you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining this live. And you guys have a great night. I hope you guys have great dinners, delicious dinners. And don't forget to vote tomorrow, okay? Bye.